November 22, 1963 remains seared into the memory of America. It was a day when hope and optimism were shattered by an assassin's bullets. President John F. Kennedy, a symbol of youthful idealism, was gunned down in Dallas, Texas. The assassination sent shockwaves across the globe, leaving a nation reeling in grief and disbelief. The events of that day continue to fascinate and intrigue, a tragic puzzle that may never be fully solved. The assassination took place as President Kennedy rode in a motorcade, accompanied by his wife Jacqueline and Governor John Connally of Texas. The motorcade wound through the streets of Dallas, the air thick with anticipation and excitement. As the presidential limousine passed a nondescript building, shots rang out, forever altering the course of history. At the heart of the assassination story stands the Texas School Book Depository, a 6-story building overlooking Dealey Plaza. This unremarkable structure would gain notoriety as the site from which, according to official accounts, the fatal shots were fired. The Book Depository, a place of learning and knowledge, became an enduring symbol of tragedy and violence. Lee Harvey Oswald, an employee at the depository, was arrested shortly after the assassination. He was found to have been positioned on the 6th floor, a sniper's nest with a clear view of the motorcade route. The discovery of a rifle and spent cartridges further solidified the official narrative. Oswald acted alone, firing the shots that killed President Kennedy. The presidential motorcade entered Dealey Plaza shortly after 12:30 p.m., the atmosphere electric with excitement. Crowds lined the streets, eager for a glimpse of their charismatic young president. As the motorcade approached the Texas School Book Depository, the nightmare unfolded. 3 shots rang out in quick succession, the sharp cracks echoing through the plaza. The first shot, many believe, struck President Kennedy in the back. The second, a mere 5 seconds later, hit Governor Connally. The third and fatal shot struck the president in the head. Chaos erupted as the motorcade sped away towards Parkland Memorial Hospital. Lee Harvey Oswald, a former U.S. Marine with a troubled past and alleged communist sympathies, quickly emerged as the prime suspect. His presence on the 6th floor of the book depository, coupled with the discovery of the rifle, painted a damning picture. Oswald maintained his innocence, claiming he was a patsy, but his protests fell on deaf ears. 2 days after the assassination, in a shocking turn of events, Oswald was shot and killed by Jack Ruby, a distraught Dallas nightclub owner. Ruby's motive remains a subject of debate, adding another layer of complexity to the already convoluted case. Oswald's death before a trial could take place fueled conspiracy theories and cast a long shadow of doubt over the official narrative. Section 5. The Echoes of Gunshots, the Aftermath. The assassination of President Kennedy sent shockwaves throughout the world. The news spread like wildfire, leaving millions in a state of disbelief and despair. The world mourned the loss of a charismatic leader, his life cut tragically short. The assassination had profound implications for American society. It shattered the nation's sense of security and innocence, ushering in an era of cynicism and distrust. The tragedy also had a profound impact on American politics, leading to calls for gun control and increased security measures for public officials. Section 6. Conspiracy Theories and Unanswered Questions. The assassination of President John F. Kennedy on November 22, 1963, remains one of the most controversial and debated events in American history. Despite the official findings, the Kennedy assassination remains fertile ground for conspiracy theories. The shock and disbelief that followed the tragic event have fueled numerous alternative explanations and suspicions over the years. Many believe that Oswald did not act alone, pointing to inconsistencies in the evidence and the presence of potential second gunmen. The mysterious circumstances surrounding Oswald's own death just 2 days after the assassination have only added to the intrigue. Theories abound, implicating everyone from the CIA and the Mafia to the Soviet Union and Fidel Castro. Each theory presents its own set of motives and alleged evidence, painting a complex web of possible conspirators. Some theories focus on the grassy knoll, an area in Dealey Plaza, from which some witnesses claim to have seen a puff of smoke. This has led to speculation about a second shooter positioned there, adding another layer of mystery to the event. Others question the trajectory of the bullets and the timing of the shots, suggesting the involvement of multiple shooters. The so-called magic bullet theory, which posits that a single bullet caused multiple wounds, has been a particular point of contention. The Warren Commission, tasked with investigating the assassination, concluded that Oswald acted alone. Their extensive report aimed to provide a comprehensive account of the events, but it has not silenced the skeptics. However, its findings have been challenged by many, who point to perceived flaws in the investigation and a lack of transparency. The debate over what truly happened on that fateful day continues to captivate the public imagination, ensuring that the Kennedy assassination remains a topic of intense scrutiny and speculation. Section 7. The Warren Commission and its critics. The Warren Commission, established by President Lyndon B. Johnson to investigate the assassination, concluded that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone in killing President Kennedy. The Commission's report, released in 1964, asserted that Oswald fired 3 shots from the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository. However, the Warren Commission's findings have been met with skepticism and outright rejection by many. Critics argue that the Commission's investigation was flawed, pointing to inconsistencies in eyewitness testimony, problems with the ballistic evidence, and a lack of transparency in the Commission's proceedings. The debate over the Warren Commission's findings continues to this day, fueling the fire of conspiracy theories and ensuring that the Kennedy assassination remains an enduring mystery. Section 8. A Nation in Mourning, a Legacy in Ruins. The assassination of President Kennedy was a national tragedy that left an indelible mark on American society. It was a moment that shattered the nation's sense of security and optimism, plunging the country into a period of deep sorrow and reflection. The nation mourned the loss of a young and charismatic leader, his presidency cut tragically short. People from all walks of life came together in their grief, holding vigils and memorials to honor the fallen president. The events of that fateful day in Dallas continue to resonate, shaping the way Americans view their government and their place in the world. The motorcade, the shots, and the chaos that ensued are etched into the collective memory of the nation. The Kennedy assassination led to a period of national introspection and soul-searching. It was a time when Americans had to grapple with the fragility of their democracy and the reality of political violence. It forced Americans to confront uncomfortable truths about their country, the persistence of violence, the fragility of democracy, and the deep-seated issues that plagued the nation. The civil rights movement, already gaining momentum, was further galvanized by the tragedy and the dark undercurrents of hatred and extremism that lurked beneath the surface of American life. The 1960s became a decade of upheaval, with political unrest and social movements challenging the status quo. In the aftermath of the assassination, many Americans questioned the very foundations of their society, wondering how such a tragedy could have occurred. The Warren Commission report, intended to provide answers, often left more questions in its wake, fueling conspiracy theories and deepening the sense of uncertainty. Despite the tragedy, Kennedy's legacy endured. His vision for a better America, his calls for civil rights, and his dream of reaching the moon continued to inspire future generations. The nation, though scarred, found ways to move forward, carrying the lessons of that dark day with them. Section 9. The Kennedy Assassination, an Enduring Mystery. More than half a century later, the Kennedy assassination continues to captivate and intrigue the public imagination. The events of that fateful day in November 1963 have been dissected, analyzed, and debated by historians, conspiracy theorists, and the general public alike. The motorcade, the shots fired, and the subsequent chaos have all become etched into the collective memory of a nation. It remains one of the most significant events in American history, a tragedy that continues to generate debate and speculation. The questions surrounding the assassination are numerous. Was there a lone gunman, or was it a conspiracy? What were the motives behind such a heinous act? These questions have fueled countless books, documentaries, and investigations over the decades. The passage of time has done little to diminish the fascination with this pivotal moment as new generations grapple with the same questions that have haunted their predecessors. Each new piece of evidence, each new theory, adds another layer to the complex tapestry of the Kennedy assassination. The memorials and tributes to JFK serve as a constant reminder of the impact he had on the nation and the world. Will we ever know the full truth of what happened on that tragic day in Dallas? Perhaps not. The Warren Commission's findings have been both supported and disputed, leading to a myriad of alternative theories. Some believe in a government cover-up, while others point to organized crime or foreign adversaries. The mystery endures, as elusive as ever. But the search for answers, the relentless pursuit of truth and justice, is a testament to the enduring legacy of John F. Kennedy and the impact he had on the world. His vision for a better, more just society continues to inspire people to this day. The countless tributes, the ongoing research, and the public's unwavering interest all speak to the profound mark he left on history. The Kennedy assassination serves as a reminder that even in the brightest of times, darkness can emerge, and that the pursuit of a more just and equitable society is a journey that requires constant vigilance and unwavering commitment. It is a call to action for future generations to learn from the past, to seek the truth, and to strive for a world where such tragedies are not repeated. The legacy of JFK is not just in the questions that remain, but in the hope and determination he inspired in millions around the globe.